Hi everybody. Yeah, so let's talk about relationships and the testing of relationships. Not only friendship relationships or dating relationships, but every kind of relationship. Let's talk about that. Okay, we're going to talk about this really quickly because I don't know how long this is going to be because it's all up here and it's just going to spew out as we go. So let's just go ahead and start, shall we? When I was younger and I knew who I really was, I felt conflicted all the time seeing, people together and seeing relationships and how people dealt with each other. Because they didn't have to hide who they were. They didn't have to deal with that issue of feeling, who they are, but not being able to show and experience who they are fully yet, because the fact that social ways of life or fear of dealing with family or other outside realms of possibilities that might affect your choices and stuff like that. One of the biggest issues I had with being, coming out as transgender and actually dealing with it is that when I was at a younger age, I did tell my mom. And her way of communicating with me about it was that, it's just a phase. It's going to pass. But that was obviously wrong. So I had to carry that with me through my childhood, through, teenage years, all that stuff. I was trying to focus on being everybody else's person, the person that they wanted me to be. And that killed me on the inside. And that also made me have trust issues. Now, why does that make me have trust issues? Because I was fearful, like I was going to slip up, that I was going to show who I really was, and then people would turn against me. See, the thing is, when you tell somebody that you've known for a while, that you're feeling this way, that you're about to start transition because you're transgender, it can go many ways. And a lot of us have been hurt because of these ways. I've had people walk out of my life. I've had people yell and scream at me. I've had people, turn it around where it was my fault that I lied to them for all this time, that we were supposed to be like really close friends, but I lied. Now we're going into like the, friendship zone here. With friends, friends, you're going to make friends, you're going to lose friends. That's just how life is, all throughout history. You're going to meet people, you're going to hang out with people, you're going to become close to people. Some friends drift apart, some people just change. Just simple job change or something like that can change your friendship. With any change in life, you have to come and tell the people that it impacts in your life. And no matter what it is, job change, marriage, being transgender, whatever thing happens, you have to tell your people. But the thing is about being transgender is that it's literally you're taking yourself and you're becoming your true self. So when you go up to somebody and you're like, hey, I need to talk to you, say a family member / friend, whichever one you want to say, because, most friends become family, right? Supposedly. Either way, people tend to walk away. And I knew this at an early age. And that impacted me. When I was young, I had a close friend that I told that I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know what transgender was back in the day. I just know how I felt and who I was. And I was just trying to explain that to my friend. And when I did that, I lost that friend at an early age. So, at an early age, I told my mom about me being transgender. And I was met with the response of, it's just a phase. Then the first friend I told walked away because it was gross or weird to them. So knowing that at an early age I learned this, that you talk to somebody and you're like, this is how I am, and seeing them walk away, or seeing them being upset with you because of who you are, it impacts you. It leaves, that memory in your head that torments you. And it's hard to connect with other people and tell them the truth when all that you're met with is the possibility of losing them. So you go into a protective thing. You decide, I'm going to keep this in. I'm just going to be who everybody wants me to be. And that's what you do. You see people, get in relationships, and you're like, I want that. But the only thing is you can't have that because you can't have who you are. So you're tormented. You're wanting to do something. You're wanting to be part of something, but you can't. Because all that you've been met with your entire life is the fact that who you are is wrong. Now you take that and you put it into situations to where I finally started my transition. I haven't really even tried dating since I've been in transition because, for one, I've seen the dark side of things, of the dating lifestyle. I have witnessed it, of the transition lifestyle of transgender people, and it's terrible. Two, trust issues. It's hard for me to trust anybody. I have a hard time now because I don't know if they're going to be just like everybody else and walk away from me. Three, I test relationships. Every relationship I have, friendship, family, even if I do have a crush on somebody, I test it. Because the fact that I just kind of want to get to this point where it's just like, either you're going to stay in my life or you're going to walk away from me. And I need to know that now because I'm tired of investing in people and then having them walk out on me. Also, being this person that I am, it makes you an easy target. In the dating scene, transgender people, and don't get me wrong, everybody is somebody's fetish. Everybody is somebody's fetish. Alright, we know that. But the transition time for a transgender female is highly sought after in the fetish world. And, I had one guy, and this will always stick with me because it was just so contradictive. So contradictive. He messaged me and he said, hey, I think it's great what you're doing. Becoming your real self, being who you really want to be. You're a beautiful person. I'm so proud of you. That type of stuff. And I responded with, hey, I just can't wait until I have my surgery. Thank you so much, though, but I can't wait until I have my surgery. That way I can be completely me. And, he came back with, don't try to fit the stereotype of the world or what social media wants. You're beautiful for who you are now. I think you should just stay who you are now and not have the surgery. So, that being said, it's everybody, I feel like going through transition and being so hurt at an early age has stained me to not trust. And I question things that people do. And often this leads to you being alone because you do all these things. I want to help people and I want to make things more positive. But this is just an experience that I've had, and I know that somebody out there has had something, similar to that. Whether it's at an early age, you let your family know, and they're like, nope, that's wrong. Or you have friends that walk away from you, family that leaves you, or turns against you because of who you are, or just doesn't want anything to do with you. You have so many people walk out of your life that trying to be part of the dating world, it's so hard. But having the memories of when I was younger and seeing people together and always wanting that, it's hurtful. Because I don't know. I mean, we've had this conversation before. I'm not going to be the one that has, a full house, a big old house, 2-car garage, and, 2.3 kids or whatever the fuck it is, and, this kind of lifestyle. I know that. For one, I don't want kids. So, I mean, if I get with somebody that has kids, that's fine, but for right now, I don't want kids. So, my stereotypical relationship grown into an adult relationship and being with that person isn't going to be like it was when I was younger, because I understand the repercussions between what I'm going through being transgender, the transition into who I am. But yet I still have an issue with even letting anybody in, because I keep on getting hurt. I keep on having people walk out of my life. I keep on having people take advantage of the situation that I don't trust people and they turn things against me. I am so thankful for my move down to Florida. I moved down here, it's almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in January. And I have learned so much down here by seeing how people work. And have I actually dated? No. Have I actually kind of wanted to go on a date or date somebody? Yeah, I have. I'm not gonna lie. But honestly, I don't even want to try anymore until I have my transition complete. If that makes any sense. And the things that have happened since I've been down here in Florida, it's been a real awakening inside of me. It's really hit me hard, the impact that this move has made. And I'm very happy I did it. But this time down in Florida, it's been rough. It's been hard. It hasn't been, fun and games. I fight every day for everything. But that's for a different video. We'll talk about that later. So this is just a random thought video about, how I feel about relationships and stuff. I don't want anybody to feel the way that I've been feeling. So I'll make these videos. I will get information ready. And if anybody ever needs me to help them, I'm going to be here to give them the information or talk to them. Because I don't want anybody to feel alone like I've been throughout my transition. Even before my transition. Being locked in here and knowing who I was, but not being able to tell anybody. And just letting that madness just sit there because you want to be you, but you can't. Because it's just not acceptable. And people walk away. So, that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. Give me your thoughts. Have you had family members that stayed? Have you had family members that walked away? Have you had a friend that just randomly became the most supportive person in your life because they wanted you to be your true self? And I do plan on making a video that breaks down each one and the conflict that I have with each situation, like the friends, the family, and the relationships. So I will be back for that one. But I love you all. And the Rose Garden community is my Discord channel. If you need anything at all, come there and we will help you as much as we can. I want to create a safe place for everybody to find help, the help they need. Whether you're transgender or not, everybody needs help every once in a while. And that's what I want to do. So if you need anything, the link will be below. Love ya.